Okay, so this is for literacy for Tuesday, December 8th. We are looking at, let's go ahead and start with language. It's going to say day 76. It's going to look like this page right here. Number 1, circle the words that need capital letters. The boat sailed in the Indian Ocean. So we're going to focus on proper nouns right here. What is the Indian Ocean? It's the name of an ocean, so that's a proper noun. It's naming a person, place, or thing. So we're going to look and make sure that it's capitalized. Number 2, rewrite the sentence with 2 contractions. So a contraction is if I say, I won't go to the store tomorrow. So it's saying that I will not go to the store tomorrow. So you'd have W-O''N''T. And if I do not like cheese, I don't like cheese. Do not, don't. That's a contraction. You're putting 2 words together to make 1 word. So don't would be D-O''N''T. I don't like cheese. Your sentence, for an example, you're looking for 2 contractions, would be the cat does not see that she is sitting on a toy. So what's 2 words we could put together that would still make sense and wouldn't change the meaning of our sentence? The cat does not, highlight or underline does not, see that she is sitting on a toy. She is. Underline or circle, she is. The cat doesn't see that she's sitting on a toy. So doesn't would be D-O-E-S-N''T. Doesn't, does not. And she's, S-H-E''S. She is. She's and doesn't are your 2 contractions. Now look at number 3. Use an apostrophe to write the roof on the house in another way. So what belongs to the house? The roof. So if it's the house's roof, how could we write that to show it's the ownership? You know, we're going to use an apostrophe, and if we're changing it from the roof of the house to the house's roof, you would put H-O-U-S-E apostrophe S. Remember, your apostrophe hangs at the top. Apostrophe S, the house's roof. Number 4, circle the adjectives in the sentence. The happy man smiled at his young child. So what's a word we use to describe the man? We described him as happy. What's a word we use to describe the child? We describe the child as young. If you wanted to write this sentence and not use adjectives or details, you could say the man smiled at his child. But an adjective is something that gives more details and more description. So the happy man smiled at his young child. Happy and young are going to be your adjectives. Write the plural noun to complete the sentence. So plural means more than one. Singular, you're single, you're by yourself. Plural, you have 2 or more. Sam's blank were hurting. So if you'll look underneath in parentheses, it says Sam's foot. So foot is singular. It wants us to make it plural. Sam's blank were hurting. What do we call more than one foot? You have 2 what? It's not foots. You have 2 feet. Okay, number 6. Write a word that has the same spelling as the word mask. So what ends in SK? You want to create your own word. It's going to be a real word that ends in sk, like mask. We're looking for that S blend. Okay, now go ahead and pull up your letter to Santa passage. It's going to look like this. Okay, a letter to Santa. Maggie wants to write a letter to Santa. Christmas is in 2 weeks. She needs to tell Santa what she wants. Maggie got a paper and a pencil. Dear Santa, she wrote, I want a pretty doll, please. I have been a good girl all year. I have done all of my homework. I even helped my little brother get on the bus. Thank you. Merry Christmas. Maggie folded up her letter. She put a stamp on the outside of the envelope. Her mom took her to the post office to mail it. Maggie put her letter in the mailbox. I can't wait for Santa to get my letter, Maggie said. She ran back to the car with a big grin on her face. Okay, number 1. In this story, when is Christmas? So how far away is it? 2 weeks away, 1 week away, or 3 weeks away? How far does Maggie say Christmas is? Number 2, what does Maggie want for Christmas? A, new clothes, B, paper and pencils, or C, a pretty doll? Three, why does Maggie think she has been good all year? So you're going to think about, in our passage, feel free to go back and look or re-listen to what I just read you aloud in the video. What examples does she use of how she's been good all year? A, she does her homework and helps her sister. B, she does her homework and helps her brother. C, she does her homework and does her chores. Four, who took Maggie to mail her letter? A, her mom. A, her dad. B, her mom. Or C, her teacher. A, dad. B, mom. C, teacher. Okay, so what is the best name for this story? Number 5. A, Maggie's Christmas Wish List. B, How to Write a Letter. Or C, A Good Little Girl. Okay, your next page is going to look like this. It's going to have the 2 boxes at the bottom. Number 1, why does Maggie think she has been a good girl all year? So you can look back at the passage, and I want you to use details from the passage. You're going to use complete sentences or just one complete sentence stating what Maggie talked about. Look back at question number 3. That will be a big help for you. You can restate, Maggie thinks she has been a good girl because, and use question number 3 to help you use your answer or answer your question. So, what reason did she give for why or how she's been a good girl? Remember to do capital letters at the beginning of your sentence and include punctuation at the end of your sentence. Number 2, draw a picture of the gift Maggie wants for Christmas. Then draw a picture of the gift you want for Christmas. So in the story, it says Maggie wants blank for Christmas. You can also go look at question number 2 again and draw a picture of what you answered for question 2. What you found in the story that it says Maggie wants. And next to it, when it says you want, draw a picture of whatever you want or you have on your Christmas list for this year? What's the present or just item or toy that you want? You're just drawing a picture. You do not have to use sentences or label this. Just draw a picture, okay? 3. You're going to need your crayon box to do number 3. This is an activity. It says color the letter yellow if the detail is true. Color the letter purple if the detail is false. So yellow true, purple false. So if it was actually in our story and happened, it's going to be yellow. If it was not in the story, it's going to be purple. So starting from this top letter, I'm going to work my way down like this. Okay? So the first one is Maggie wants a dollhouse for Christmas. Next, Maggie has been a good girl this year. The bottom, first row, Maggie types her letter. Starting back at the middle top row. Maggie's mom takes her to mail the letter. Moving on to that middle one. Christmas is 2 weeks away. Maggie helps her sister to get on the bus. Starting back up at the top, there's 2 left. Maggie emails her letter. The very bottom corner. Maggie does all of her homework. Okay, so what does the word grin mean in the last paragraph? I can't wait for Santa to get my letter, Maggie said. She ran back to the car with a big grin on her face. So if you just mailed a letter, what would you be doing? If you're grinning, are you kind of smiling and kind of happy and excited? So in your own words, I want you to tell me what grin means. Make sure you use a complete sentence. So you could say, Maggie was smiling, period. 5. Pretend the author asked you to come up with a new title for this story. What would your title be? We know the author is the person who wrote this story. So if they wrote it and you can name it, what would you name the story? There's no wrong answers. It's your opinion. This is your title you're giving. Remember, you're going to capitalize all the words in your title except for a, and, but, the, to. So give me a new title for your passage, okay? And do not include a period. You're not going to use a period in your title. Okay, so I'm going to upload this in literacy, and your next math video will be under the math on Canvas, okay?